Hey, hey, Poodle fam, how you doing? It is time for the show. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me pop out the chat here. Get this set. I am in Long Beach today, the home of Snoop Dogg. And here we go. All right, got that. Let me get the chat rolling here. Good to see you, Sasha. Good to see you, Elle. It is always good. Um, I am live. Yeah, I'm at Long Beach. It's weird to travel when I'm really only 20 minutes from home. 20 minutes. Yeah, I know. But had a nice little meeting with, again, just work, and this is my life. There's actually a conference that, like, yesterday and the night before, just happens to be here in LA. So stayed here, and I'm going into the office today. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, I touched down from Barcelona, and 28 hours later, I'm back at another place. So there we go. Um, so today, I just want to say there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, Poodle fam. Um, Not all that I can share yet, I don't think. So I want to be careful. Staying at the illustrious Queen Mary. I wish. No, I'm staying by the Long Beach airport. There literally is only one airline that flies out. This airport is dead. It's actually a nice little airport. Um, but I'm heading up to the office right after this. Right after this, at about 8:30. So, um, and hey, Trish, uh, Adam, look at this. Hey, look at we got people on today. I love it. I love seeing everybody. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. Um, Get a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we can't really talk about yet. If Sasha drops things in the chat, I might mention it. But I'm going to keep some things uh, doing stuff like that. Uh, but I'm going up on campus today because we have training on loading up our hologram 3D NFT machines and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be signing off on that. If I can get some shots of it with the poodles in them, I will try. I don't know. My whole team is doing training on it today so we can support the stuff. But it's on the final leg, so that's pretty exciting. Um, so I don't know what content we'll be throwing and using for that. So I'm really, really excited about that. If we can throw some things up, I'll get some pictures and snapshots. If not, it actually opens on Tuesday next week is our grand opening, our soft grand opening. And that's when I've got a film crew coming out next Tuesday. So actually before the next show, film crew coming out that's going to be doing some shots of it, getting the case study stuff together. Maybe even, hologram. We will have our 3D NFT in the hologram machine. All different. It's all used for all different content. But for the opening, we'll have that in there for one. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I'll try to get some shots of it when I can. TV film crew coming out Tuesday next week to start getting everything up for the case study and the public release. Hopefully, I'm signing off on most of the project today, and when I'm back on campus tomorrow, it's just some finalized stuff. So at least that's the plan. I'm excited about it. I take off in 2 weeks to Tokyo to finish up some of the last things for the esports side of it. So that's pretty cool. It's nice seeing it all come together. This has taken over my life to where I've gotten almost nothing else done. So it's pretty exciting to see. But again, there's a lot of stuff going on in the back end. Could be some other huge announcements coming. Can't really want to hold on to it a little bit until it becomes set. But the theme of today's show, as I put, what did I title it? A new king in town, making Poodle the GOAT. Anyone who might be an NBA fan, if you're an NBA fan, you know that last night LeBron James surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the all-time point scoring leader in NBA history. Whether you like LeBron, so in the States, LeBron is either loved or hated. There's really no in between on LeBron. In fact, actually, I used to love him. I was working on a project in Ohio when he was in high school and coming out of high school, and he was kind of the phenom. And of course, went to the Cavs. Was there forever. Obviously, quote unquote, took his talents down to South Beach. Won 2 championships in Miami. Went back to Cleveland. Won one. Got traded to the Lakers, and won one there. And then last night passed Kareem for the all-time scoring leader. So 4 NBA championships. And personally, I love LeBron, but I'm a huge Clippers fan. I hate the Lakers, actually. Here in LA, you either love one or the other. So I'd go to Lakers-Clippers games and want LeBron to score 50 but still lose, So that, I know, I just can't wait for everything either. But it made me think about, there's debates. I mean, whether you think he's the greatest of all time, it's pretty much, it used to be Kobe, LeBron, or Jordan. Most people now think it's LeBron or Jordan. Hey, Adam, you want to come on the Poodlcast? Oh, yes, GOAT stands. I was going to get there. I was getting there, what GOAT stands for. Is, GOAT, greatest of all time. And it really depends on what you think. I would say, again, God of all things, again, it's up for debate. You got LeBron's all-time scoring leader, 4 championships, but you have Jordan up there, but 6. So, whichever way you want to go. But it made me start thinking about kind of what it takes to be a champion. It's interesting, like even in my career, as you kind of know, I mean, obviously I'm traveling all the time, I'm speaking all the time. And people are always like, will come to me and go, oh, it's great. You're always doing this. It's always you. You're always the one on stage. How do I get there? And the thing is there's an old saying, I'm just going to buy a goat. Yeah, go buy a goat. There's an old saying that, it took 10 years of hard work to become an overnight success, right? Like what people see is they see the success. They don't always see the work behind the scenes, right? And when I start thinking about that, that really reminds me of our token here. It reminds me of, everything we put in as a team and we put in, as a community. A lot of times, the tokens that get all the flash, right? The accidental wins, like, Shiba and stuff like that. People see, oh wow, they're the top, they're there, let's run after that. Or people see the flash, but what they don't see is all the work that it takes behind the scenes. And as we start seeing a lot of our projects kind of come together, right? We start seeing, all of the things that we've been working on coming together. We're going to see a pump, right? As the bull market takes over, people are going to see they're going to see the results of the work. But they're not ever going to see the grind that went on for 2 years behind the scenes while everybody else was jumping out of crypto and tokens are dying and projects are dying. We kept putting in work. We kept acquiring other utilities. We kept working on building our own product. We kept working on building our community. So those are the things that, when you see a champion, when you see someone who's the greatest of all time, you don't realize, like, you might see their game-winning, their game-winning dunk or their game-winning score or whatever, and that's what goes up on a highlight reel. What you don't see is they were probably the first in the gym every morning while everyone else was taking a day off. They were the last to leave, the practice field every day when everybody else is going home. They're putting in the grind to make stuff work. You only see and you highlight reel the championship moments, but it's those times when you're putting in the work where no one's watching that's what makes you the champion. It makes you the greatest of all time. And I can't think more about how that so much more applies to our token. How much work goes on in this community, even seeing the live chat here continue to grow on a time when it's easy for people to bail out. It's easy for tokens to give up. It's easy for people to say this isn't going to work. And yet, here we are grinding, building, watching our value continue to increase, watching each day the community, for better or worse. There's days, to be honest, where it's like pulling teeth when community is dead. Then there's days where we come together and we rally. But the fact is, everything is work. And we've never given up on that. Sasha's never given up on it. The admins have never given up on it. Our mods have never given up. Our community has never, ever given up on it. And that, to me, lets me know that when everything comes later, when everything starts taking off, and all of that, people are jumping back into the project, people are loading into the project, people are giving more work, and they're wanting to invest in the project, they're going to pay attention to the green candles, which is great, right? We love it. We love when people pop in because they see, that this could be a great investment. But yeah, Ricky, success becomes work. It comes before work, only in the dictionary. Exactly. But we will know that it's everything we did behind the scenes the entire time that made it happen. That's why we've been DCAing all along, building our poodle bag all along, because we know at some point when this does take off, which is soon, it's happening faster than I guessed, we're going to be able to reap the benefits of it. Again, not everyone's going to see the hard work. We do hear people when they come into the community, how many times they're like, wow, you guys are still around. You're still pushing it. You're still going. And just the respect that everybody gives that. Imagine what's going to happen when the next real bull market hits, which we're already into. I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. We're in the bull market. It's just, it's slow. It's slow bull. But we're going to get there. And so what is it going to mean as a community when we're the ones reaping the benefits of it come the next, 6 months? And so that's where, when you see people, if you go watch the game last night, and we were out, we had just finished dinner as a group and having our last drink, and we're catching the last bit of the game. And LeBron kind of just hits a little fadeaway jumper, and the crowd goes wild, and then it's just stop. They stop the game. Adam Silver comes down. They do the pictures and hugs. They take 10 minutes away from the game to celebrate a victorious moment. And it is a victorious moment. It's something to celebrate. And LeBron in his post game started talking about the work he put in, remembering back to his time in Cleveland, believing in himself that moment would come. And while everyone was celebrating the fadeaway jumper that made him the number one scoring leader, he was remembering the days in Cleveland when he was a kid in the gym, working, practicing, going through Cleveland, not getting any championships, getting there, but still putting the work in. And that, to me, all I could think of is, wow, that has so much to do with our token. We're in the gym every morning as a team. We are there putting in the work every single day. The grind is harder some days. The grind is easier some days. But the fact is, the grind continues every single day. And so, what I'm going to encourage everybody, you know, there's going to be a point where we're going to have, a poodle goat. There is going to be the greatest of all time. I think, Sasha wears the crown right now, but I encourage people to take that crown from him. I encourage every single person in this community to continue to put in that grind, because the fact is, in time, you will reap the rewards. It's hard getting up every day and doing something. It's hard to, being honest, like, look at this, 89 episodes of this show, 89 episodes. And I'll be honest, there's some weeks where I'm like, fuck it, I don't even know what to talk about. I don't even know what I'm going to say. There was some down weeks in there. There was there were some weeks where, we're waiting for the NFTs to happen. There was like so much going on, a year ago. And I'm just like, screw it. I'm still getting on the show. I'm going to put in the grind. I'm going to talk to the community, because this is what we do. There's times where, the market is down and going down, and yet we made a commitment to every single month making a donation to our charity. And you go, gosh, no, we're not making money, but we do have dividends that go into this, so we're going to make sure we make that payment, right? It's those little things where we're going to continue our community donations. We're going to continue to put in the work. I'm going to continue to do this show every single week, because it's the little grind that in the end ends up making all the difference, right? And you don't necessarily see it. There's what's the guy's name? Crap, I just blanked on his name, but he's a famous speaker. He's so famous that I forgot his name. It'll come to me as soon as the show is over. I know Adam, come on the show. So he did. Oh my God, the guy that says always start with why, and I forget his name right now. I don't know why I did, but anyway, he was doing an interview and he said something about start with why. Gosh, what is it? It's going to come to me as soon as I hang on. But anyway, he was doing an interview and he said, let's say your goal is to get healthier, right? You want to get in shape. So what do? You get up in the morning and you go to the gym, and you work, I'm going to Google it. All right. So you get up to the gym, you work out, and you go home, and with why, here we go. Simon Sinek. There we go. Simon Sinek. I knew it. He, and so you think, I'm going to get up in the morning, I'm going to get healthy today. My goal is to get healthy. So you get up, you go to the gym, you work out, you go home, you look in the mirror. What do you see? No change. You get up in the morning and you do it again the next day. You go to the gym, you work out, and you come home, you look in the mirror, and what do you see? No change. Right? But the habit of doing it every day, if you don't look in the mirror every day and you go to the gym every day and you work out and you put in the routine, 90 days later you look in the mirror, and what do you see? You see change, right? It's the daily habits and the daily grind that create those long-term results. You're not going to send one shill tweet that's going to all of a sudden create our pump. It's not the way it works. There can be a misunderstood tweet from Elon that creates a pump for random things, but the fact is, one shill's not going to do anything. Not one Poodlecast episode is not going to create the pump. I'll check that out. But the continuous, every week, putting together the show. I look tired. Yeah, I'm tired. but it's the grind. You got to keep the grind going. I also think it's the light. Light's coming in at a weird angle. And if I turn it, then you're just going to see the airport. And it's that grind every day, right? That ends up making it. So it's not the one tweet that's going to do it. It's the fact that people saw you tweeting every day. The people are watching, people are lurking. People are watching our Telegram. The same thing. You can have a day where people, where almost nobody's in the Telegram, but you put one little comment in there and you see all of a sudden people can start reacting to it. So people are watching. The same thing with this show. This show right now today is probably not going to create our pump. But at some point when the bull market's going and people are looking for projects to trust, they're going to sit there and go, wow, this community has put together a show, made it a point to talk to their holders every week for over 2 years. Well, I guess now 89 weeks. Without excuse, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great things, the project announcement, all of that stuff. Bringing on guests, talking to community. That's what happens. It's not the one show that does it. It's the 89 shows that does it. It's not your one tweet that does it. It's your daily tweets that do it, right? It's not just hopping in to the Telegram to say hi in the morning, which is great. It's the fact you come in every morning and you say hi, right? Those are the things that just keep making this happen. And those are the things that will make us successful, right? And that's how you become the greatest of all time. And so I'm going to challenge you. When the bull market happens, and here's the thing, if you look at this, look at on Twitter, those people that we like to, say the top 20 people that will comment on their stuff because we know that they're high profile. Before the last bull market, half those people were nobody. No one knew who they were. The only thing is they got attention when the bull market was running, right? And they got fans and they got a following. Well, the fact is the next bull market comes, it's going to happen to others. And the question is it going to happen to you? Are you going to be the one out there championing our token and having people want to comment on your stuff? That's where you know that we've made the difference. When we stop going, when we stop, being the ones putting comments on others' posts and they start commenting on yours and they start commenting on ours, like they already do to the main Poodle token, right? The main Poodle token account is one of the strongest Twitter accounts in crypto, right? We see that. Now can we do it with our regular people, right? Can we start making ourselves the ones that people want to look to, right? And it happens just through daily grind. It happens through, the same thing every time I'm out speaking and I'm doing that stuff. People wonder, like, I'm lucky to be out there and doing all this stuff. Sure, but it's hard. Like Al said here in the chat, I look tired. I am tired. You know what? And guess what? I got 2 more times on the road next week. Thankfully, they're short, but that's just the way it is, right? And that grind is what builds your career. That grind is what builds this token. And we can do it. And that's where I'm really excited. I think in the next week, we'll definitely by next Wednesday's show, I'm going to be able to show you some stuff with the NFT gallery, right? Because we'll have the film crew there doing stuff. So I'll get some pictures of that. Hopefully I get some stuff today. We'll see. Depends on how the training goes, whether I'm going to be able to get some of that. But we should have some other big announcements coming, and big changes in growth to this token. And it's all starting to come together. It takes time, but it's also perfectly timed. It's at a time where the crypto market is returning. We talked so much before about, all the, when should we release our utilities? When should we do X, Y, Z? And, being honest, when you're doing it in a dead market, no one cares, right? So releasing this stuff, back to the partnership with Nintendo, wouldn't that be amazing? I don't think I'm going to Kyoto, though. They're based out of Kyoto. I will be in Osaka and Tokyo though. Kyoto. Well, Kyoto's out, kind of been down. It's down by Osaka. I don't know where I was going. I got sidetracked with Tokyo. But again, as these things start to come together, we will see the success, right? We have been a little bit. We will start seeing the benefits of what we've been working on. If we would have released this stuff 6 months ago, no one would have cared. It would have come, it would have gone, nothing would have happened of it. It would have just been part of it. But when it's timed with a bull run, that's when the success is going to come. That's when the hard work we've been putting in every day will pay off. You know, there's no doubt this token can be the greatest of all time itself. We're going to have members who are the greatest, crypto people. We're going to have a token that people are going to sit there and they'll name, right now everyone throws off, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge. Our name can be up there too. Our name will be up there too. And it's up there because of the grind we put in every single day. And so I just encourage you, everybody, keep putting that grind in. Don't get discouraged with it. In fact, there's no reason to get discouraged right now with all this amazing stuff going on. How could you get discouraged? I'm not. I love seeing, look how much activity is going on right now. Just in our chat. I see the chat going up each week. I see the numbers. I see the views of the show go up each week. We're going to get everybody. It's in our hands, and I'm really excited. I can't wait for you to continue to see all the great work we're doing. We outperformed Bitcoin by 100. Wow, 130. That's a good stat right there. Bitcoin did great. Everyone's excited about how it's going. But yeah, look at our percentage. We've always said, when you have all these zeros to kill, it's a better opportunity to have added gain and growth and percentage growth, right? That's just how the math works. So I encourage everyone, go find some new holders, get out there, continue the grind so that we can become the greatest token of all time. Greatest token? Would that be a G.O.A.T? Greatest G.O.A.T? I don't know. Hey, there we go. Love you all. I'm going to go ahead and let you go because I got to head to the office. And I hear a plane taking off next to me. I don't know if that's coming through the microphone or not. Love you all. Love you, Poodle fam. Have an incredible week. We'll see you soon. You take care, everyone. Have a good one. Love you guys.